Most AI image generators are good enough, but good enough is not what professionals want. Right now, there are a few image models that creators keep coming back to again and again because each one is strong in a different area. Some are better at realism, some are better at textures, some are better at lighting, and some are better at logic and editing. So in this video, I tested the top image models to figure out what each one does best and which one actually makes the most sense depending on your project. And to do all of this, I used Freepik. That matters because instead of jumping between different platforms, I could compare multiple leading models in one place. I could use the same prompts and stay inside one creative workflow from start to finish. So let's start with realism. For this, I used the same prompt across all the models, a young woman sitting on a swing in nature. The first model is Nano Banana 2. This one has exploded in popularity because it generates high-quality images incredibly fast. It is also incredibly strong at consistency, text rendering, and prompt accuracy. And right away, the realism is impressive. The woman looks natural. The skin texture feels convincing. Her expression works. She is looking directly at the camera, like we asked. And the warm light through the hair looks especially good. Even the swing feels grounded in the scene. It has wood texture, moss, and small imperfections that make it feel real. But realism alone is not enough. What really makes Nano Banana stand out is consistency. So instead of generating one similar image twice, I pushed it harder. I created 5 cartoon monsters in a classroom, then asked for the same characters again in a completely different scene. The result was extremely solid. The characters stayed recognizable, the style held together, and the scene still felt fresh. That makes this model very useful for storyboards, recurring characters, product scenes, and any project where consistency matters. It is also excellent at text rendering. For example, if you generate a poster with a description, a phone number, and salary details, the text comes back clean. The text is readable and structured. That is a huge step forward. Next is Flux 2 Pro. This is one of the strongest models here when it comes to premium textures and ultra-sharp detail. Right away, the image feels crisp. The face looks polished, the rope texture is extremely detailed, and overall, it has that high-end commercial feel. Flux is especially strong when you want images that feel like they were captured with a professional camera, perfect for product visuals and beauty content. When you push it with skin, fabric, fur, or more demanding surfaces, it becomes even more obvious what this model does well. The detail level is excellent. The texture quality is strong, and it manages to look polished without becoming too artificial. If your priority is surface quality, Flux is one of the best. Now, let's talk about lighting. Because this is where Kling 3 really stands out. Kling tends to produce some of the most cinematic lighting in the group. In the swing image, the light filtering through the leaves feels natural, and the highlights in the hair look more like real light behavior than a digital effect. But what makes Kling especially interesting is that it understands tension and physical logic surprisingly well. Things feel grounded. If someone is holding a rope, the rope reacts. If an object impacts a wall, the damage behaves more logically. That gives the image more believability. So if your project depends on cinematic mood or scenes that need to feel physically believable, Kling is a very strong choice. And then there is Seedream 5.0. This one is especially interesting because it feels more reasoning-driven. It does a better job with spatial logic, architecture, layouts, object relationships, and edits that need to make visual sense. For example, if you design a room from a simple prompt, Seedream is much better than most models at keeping the space coherent. The room actually looks buildable. But one of its biggest strengths is editing. Older models could change the main object, but they often fail to update the surrounding context properly. Seedream does much better. If you change the size or color of an object, it also updates the shadows, reflections, and surrounding visual logic much more convincingly. It feels like true visual understanding. So after testing all of them, here's the real conclusion. There is no single best image model for every situation. Nano Banana 2 is incredibly strong for speed and consistency. Flux 2 Pro is amazing for premium detail and textures. Kling 3 stands out in cinematic light. And Seedream 5.0 is excellent for logic-based composition and smart editing. Each model has a real strength, and that is exactly why Freepik makes so much sense. Because instead of forcing you to commit to one model, Freepik lets you work more intelligently. You can choose the model based on the job. You can compare outputs faster. You can move from ideas to assets in one place. So if you want the flexibility to use the right image model for the right task, Freepik is one of the smartest ways to do it. And that is what really sets it apart.